In this video, I want to talk about listening to the universe and about how the universe is always talking to us and guiding us. And it is up to us to pay attention and receive these messages because they can easily be lost if we are not bringing awareness and attention and silence into our lives. My name is Vanessa. I'm a healer, a light worker, and I'm here to help you. So recently in my life, I want to give you an example, a couple examples actually. I received angel numbers. Many of you will know what angel numbers are. And they are numbers that you receive often or that especially grab your attention. And I received these angel numbers and I looked them up, and it said that I had an inflexibility in thinking. And immediately I thought, no, I don't. I'm really open minded. I'm super open. I've just taken on this understanding, and I really did not agree with it. And so later in a meditation, I reflected on this and I began to laugh as ways that I had an inflexibility of thinking and a rigidity to myself were showing me layer after layer after layer. Things like, for instance, I eat at a certain time every day and I stop eating at a certain time, and lots of other different things. That's intermediate fasting. And while I really love intermediate fasting, I actually have a video on that if you want to check it out. It is great for all kinds of things in the body. It was showing me that I do have a lot of inflexibility to my thinking. It also shows itself in my habits. So there are things that I love to do every day. I love to learn and listen to my speakers and meditate, and I don't like to really go outside of that. And my oldest son is really great at getting me to go outside of that. And he wanted to watch this superhero show last night, and it was wonderful. As I was watching it, and I let go of the resistance I had to watching it, I've learned to let go of resistance to things that I am going to agree with my conscious will to partake in, and therefore may as well let go of resistance to. And what I found was I was gaining all of this beautiful information, different perspectives, and different thoughts through experiencing something different by being flexible to what I was going to take in and watch. And so I really thought this was wonderful. And this is just an example in my life of when you're paying attention. And even if you don't agree, like I didn't initially agree with the angel numbers, the message behind those numbers, I went in and did some reflection anyhow. So it is through silence. This is our greatest connection to our higher selves and to a higher consciousness, to God, is through silence and through meditation, reflection. So this is a daily practice that I do, and that has really allowed me to connect to myself. And the other way beyond that is to really focus and pay attention to what your body is saying. So another example, I had said previously before about the time that I eat every day. And in this meditation, I was listening to my body, and I received this message that it was time for me to take a break from intermediate fasting, because what was happening was I was watching the clock, and as the clock would get closer to my end time for food intake, I would eat a lot, even though I wasn't hungry, because I knew that that time was coming and I wasn't going to be able to eat later. I was trying to curb food cravings and such and follow the intermediate fasting, which works very, very well. But I was overeating during that time, and my body needed a break from that, regardless of whether intermediate fasting is helpful to me or not. My body was letting me know that at this time, I need you to pay special attention and just to eat when you're hungry and to stop eating when you're not hungry. So I allowed myself to be flexible and to take this message from my body and to decide to act on it. And I'm also getting messages that I need to try new things, go outside of my comfort zone when it comes to habits. So we need to pay attention to the messages that the universe is giving us. And another thing I wanted to bring up is manifesting. So I do have a video on manifesting and I stand behind that video. But as I was learning about manifesting, I always had this underlining knowing. And this happens to me a lot where I learn something, I find much truth in it because there is a way to manifest in the way that I made the video, which is feeling that you already have what you want. But the key point, the underlining point that I was feeling, and then now I have discovered, once I've heard it from other speakers, sometimes you need other speakers to confirm what you already know for some reason, but was that the universe knows much better than we do what is best for us, our true path, especially if we are not really connected to our higher selves. The universe is able to open many doors and to do things and accomplish things that we could never even imagine. So all along while I was manifesting, I was never putting too much pressure on key points. I was leaving it open for the universe in many ways, and I still do that because I believe that the universe knows better and can provide better. But if you, for example, are saying, I want to be with this person, say you are looking for a partner and there is someone you have in mind, but by doing that, you are limiting the universe from all of the other billions of people on the planet and limiting yourself to this one person. So we need to be open to the universe, and when we are manifesting, to not be so closed-minded, and in our life to not be so closed-minded, and to be flexible. So the universe is always talking to us all of the time and trying to guide us and lead us in the right direction. And sometimes we can become so rigid in our ways of thinking, in our thought processes and our habits, the daily things that we do, and because of our strong beliefs that we have, that we can miss these messages. So I encourage you to really be listening and looking for signs and to be opening to things that maybe you didn't think of before, and maybe just being open in general to surrender in a lot of ways to what is happening. And it doesn't mean that you're inactive in your life. That's not true at all. You are taking action, but you are open and constantly listening to the universe for guidance and direction, and not just assuming that you know exactly where you want to be and how you're going to get there and who's going to help you get there, and all of the things in between. But being open to just allowing the universe to unfold for you in many ways, and to go with the things that feel good to you, that feel good to your body and to your mind, and paying attention to when things don't feel good. So if I was really paying attention before, and before I had that meditation, about how I was feeling during that last hour of my fast, where I was feeling sick afterwards, like, oh, I ate and I really wasn't hungry and I kind of just stuffed my food in there in the last minute. But if I was really paying attention and I had awareness in that moment, better awareness, I would have known already that that wasn't the best thing for me, and that maybe I should be more flexible with my habits. So, are you listening to the universe because it is guiding you? I encourage you to find any way you can to connect with the earth, walk on the earth with your bare feet, go into nature. That is a wonderful way to connect to the universe, to go in and meditate and to experience silence. These are wonderful ways for you to connect to yourself and to the universe. I love you so much. I wish you luck on your journey, and I can't wait to connect to you soon. Thank you.